Here.
This is like a little wetty thing.
Yeah.
The foot racer makes it worse.
That's all right. Alright, everyone, hello everyone, I'm Tojo B and I'm an addict. And today I'm just going to talk to y'all a little bit about a dope fiend from Louisville, Kentucky that don't know how to live life on life's terms. And I had some incidents show up in my life and I had to come up with this place right here where y'all sitting at, man. And it wasn't a place that changed and started changing my life. It was the power greater than myself that I found when I got to this place. So I gotta get out the way, man. If y'all would join me for a second, there's some sounds I can just let God take over. Okay, Tojo B. Yeah, man, first of all, I'm gonna tell you, I'm a motivational speaker, man. That's what I am, man. I started out with this dream, man, that I couldn't fulfill because I was using the dope. I like dope more than anything else in my life, man. And it ain't the point that I like dope, I began to need dope. If I need dope, it's only heroin. Yeah. With the point that you had to use, right? You couldn't. It wasn't the fact that I wanted, that I wanted to use. It became a fact that I had to use. Like they told me in the program that I didn't have a choice, and I seriously believe that, man, because I did. Most people in life, all they needed was air, clothing, and shelter. That's all they needed to survive. But Tojo, and probably y'all too, you had to put dope in the equation too, man. Literally, I could not survive without the dope. And that's all I wanted to do was get high every single day. And I ain't gonna say get high. I did not be sick. And I showed up like y'all. We showed up at a place in Georgetown on Cincinnati Road, man, from Louisville, Kentucky. An hour and 5 minutes away from this place, man. And I didn't just show up one day up here in the medical detox place asking for some kind of Suboxone pill or something because I felt like waking up in Georgetown, Kentucky asking for a Suboxone pill. I did because I didn't know how to live life on life's terms no more, man. I was stealing from my family. I was robbing everybody that was around me. I had no friends. I had no people. Didn't care about nothing. I was numb. And I had no feelings. And they didn't exist no more because I done let the dope get into my life and change everything that I thought about life, man. And what happened, man, I had a friend, his name is Andy. He's still working, right? Yeah. It's my friend, man. And in 2014, I went to a place in Morehead, Kentucky called MIC, Morehead Inspirational Center. And that place changed my life. I allowed it to change my life. And I got clean, man. I stayed clean for some years, man. Actually, a little bit over 4. And then I stopped doing what I was doing that kept me clean. And I remember the week that I relapsed, man. Really relapsed. A lot of people get that mistaken too. You ain't never worked a program and you put some dope in you and you use this terminology of relapse. I beg to differ. But I relapsed because I did something different and I stopped doing it. And therefore, hence I relapsed. And so I texted Andy, man. The message was still on my messenger, man. Y'all know I use messenger, right? Yeah. So I went on and did the message. I was like, Dog, I need your help, man. I got high. Everything set on my messenger, man, for 2 years. 2 years, man. And I laid out there in the madness, dude, and I suffered for 2 more years, man, because I didn't want my pride. I couldn't let my pride and my ego, man. I couldn't let nobody know that I got high. I was sponsoring people, man. I was going to meetings. I was sharing. I got a knack for talking. I can talk real well. I've been told that for many years, so I would fool people. And I was saying real good, man. It was like a dummy, somebody, like a fake thing. You heard me, like a Chinese movie. What are you doing? Type of thing. And what was coming out of my mouth was not coming out of my application of my movements. I wasn't acting the same way that I was talking. And so I had to come to Georgetown, Kentucky, man. I finally hit that send button, and it got to Andy, and he called me back. He said, yeah, bro, I can get you a bed. I said, cool. It was like on a Wednesday. They called me back and said, can you be here Friday? I shared this last time, Jolene. Ain't nothing changed but me. I've been here, what, like a month ago, 2 months?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still the same person, just grew a little bit more since then. Because I'm actively working a program. So I got the same story, it's just may come across a little different. So I called him, he said Friday, I said cool, so I'm at my daughter's house because my wife done got tired of my stuff, right? So he come and pick me up, and I'm over here, and I got this, still got this dope in my pocket, this bag, right? And I don't know nothing about this place up here, man, because I ain't the one that went in and out of rehab. I ain't do that. I went to a couple in my life, for real. J-Doc in particular, a lot. You know, that even Lord probably know what I'm talking about. But I didn't know how it worked. I didn't know what was going to happen, Doc. So I come up, you know, a dude picked me up. His name is James, and he was the driver. And he picked me up from Boys Town Road, King George Apartments, on Boys Town Road, at my daughter's house. And I had this big plan, like I always do. Now, man, I can do the rest of this dope before I leave. But you look familiar, man. I told you, what's your name?
Sure.
You just look familiar, Doc. So look, man, I got this big plan. I said, look, man, literally I had this laundry bag. How you doing, Byron? I had this laundry bag, and all I had was like a boxers, like one pair of boxers, and probably 2 t-shirts and a couple dirty pair of socks, the old toothpaste or something. I literally had nothing. Literally, that's all I had in my name, dog. Like 6, 7 months ago, that's all I had. So I said, look, man, I know it's gonna work, right? I said, man, look, I only live on Heights Lane, like about a mile and a half from my daughter's house. I said, if you can take me up my house so I can get my clothes and look like I ain't lying, because I ain't got nothing in my bag anyway. As far as you know, though, I still ain't gonna have nothing in my bag. But I was lying, I just need to get over to get the rest of this dope in my body. You know, after you hit the dope, man, and then it starts to fade away, you start feeling that sickness a little bit. I ain't never shoot, it don't matter. We look at similarities instead of differences. So whatever you did, it don't matter. We all suffer from the same disease, I think. You probably wouldn't be here if you didn't. So look, what I do is I go upstairs, man, and 4 hours later, I get woke up by my wife knocking on the door, and I'm talking about, what? She like, what, they been gone? What, they been gone? I said, what? Dawg, they been gone, dawg. Like I done OD'd or did something in the bathroom to where I didn't even know what happened. So now I missed Friday, right? I called her, man, I'm sorry, I'm coming. Because I was desperate, really desperate. I just couldn't stop. And so they said, well, you can come tomorrow, man, it's cool. We can't come and get you. But we still hold you a bed, right? I said, cool, so when I come, nothing happened, man. Can't get away. Can't get away from that dope. My mind wants me to go get clean, right? Everything in my being wants me to go be clean. I can't stop, man, using those. I can't. I got to have it by all means necessary, man. I will take, I'll do anything to you, man. And I'm from the streets for real, dog. I don't care about none of that. I don't care who you are, none of that, dog. I got my own daughter, my whole wife. Y'all ain't nothing. I will take from you just like I'll take from my daughter. And play with the guns and do all that. Don't matter, man. I done got so many people, man, don't make no sense. I went home just for the little holidays, man, and I ran into people that wanted my life. They wanted to murder me, man. And today, by the grace of God, they tell me, man, you keep doing what you're doing, you don't owe me nothing. I ain't talking about owing no $200-300. They talking about bands. Because I was out here thinking that I was a drug dealer, right? But really, I was a dope user. I couldn't sell dope, man. I couldn't do it. But they didn't know. My cousins, my family, my friends did not know. I just would always make up excuses, make my girl cross the door. I lost it at the speedway. Police taking through it, whatever, now. I came up with some kind of little story every time you look for me too. I think it was there back in July, bro. So what happens is, man, I wake up and then they tell me on that Saturday I can come but I don't make it. So Sunday comes, me and my wife, I was trying to get the video together. I was going to put it up here and let y'all see 15 minutes of my last time getting high. 15 seconds, should I say, a video, man, where I talked to my wife terribly, man. I've been with my wife for 28 years. We got 6 kids, 3 boys, 3 girls, man, 5 grandbabies. I got a stable family, a stable life that I destroyed murder. Because I ain't killing the battle, man. I allowed the dope to take over my life, man, and that's what it did. And what happens is, man, that Sunday comes and it gets so bad I ain't never called the police on nothing ever in my life. And I was so desperately ready to come to Georgetown to rehab because I knew I had to come. and I was so desperate, man. Something happened with this money thing. She found out about it, so her dad called my stepdad and said, man, don't go pick him up. He's lying again. You know what I'm saying? Because they used to me lying, dog. That's all I do is lie, steal, and destroy. I don't care about nothing or nobody. Never do I. So what happens is he said he ain't gonna, my stepdad ain't gonna come and get me, dog. I go out like a little bitty baby, dog. Woo! Crying, jumping up and down, dog. Once I had that video, I'll show y'all. I'm 45 years old, man. I ain't ready to lie about nothing like that, dog. I cried like a little baby because I was so desperate, ready to come to rehab, man. I had no other option. So the police called and I called him. I said, man, you called the police on me and messed up my record. I'm like, a little baby, dog. I thank God for that moment, man, because I don't never want to go back. Never do I, man. And so the police said, look, man, nothing I can do. Call the place, man. They don't know nothing about Georgetown. They like, call the people. Tell them you'll be here. I said, they ain't gonna listen to me. They told me I got my 5 o'clock, man. So usually I can kind of manipulate my way in, and somewhere in my sick thinking, I think I can kind of this police be like, come on, bro, I'm gonna take you, all right. That's how sick I am, man. I suffer from a mental and a physical and a spiritual condition, man, that I don't know how to live life on life's terms, on God's terms. So basically, man, I convinced my stepdaddy because I was dead serious, man. And I said, look, please, can you please come and get me, man? Please, I swear to you, man, I ain't got no money. They lying on me. Every time they really was lying on me. And I said, man, I ain't got no money, man. Just come and get me, man. Please, I'm losing my mind. I can't do it. Please come and get me, man. I'll beg him. He came and got me, man. I came up here, man. June the 6th, 2020, man. My life ain't been the same. It ain't been the same, man. I say it with so much humility, man. Y'all would not understand, man. I just lost some more family a couple weeks ago, man. Right before Thanksgiving. The great result of drugs and alcohol, man, because I don't know how to stop using, and everybody I know and hang with and deal with don't know how to stop using. And we got to come up here, man, and humble ourselves and sit down and go to a meeting where we listen to a guy from Louisville, Kentucky talk about his life experiences, man. I don't want to do that. Some of y'all here, I guarantee you, y'all probably go, I don't go to sleep listening to this dude. I've been hearing this stuff all week, man. Jolene, Miss Phillips, please, I don't want to do this, please. All you keep doing is keep hearing recovery, man. Every time you get a little break, you go smoke a cigarette, you go get something to eat, you got to get recovery. You got to go to a meeting, you got to go to a class. All they want to do is pray with recovery. You know why? You need to be praying with recovery. You know, now live. If you did, you would be sitting here. Look, man, look, by the grace of God, man, I was able today. My partner don't even know this. I was privileged today to pay some money on a living place, man, for me and my wife. It took me about some months, man, through working the program and doing something different with my life. I ain't talking about coming here. How many people been here to rehab more than once? Raise your hand. Do it. Stand up if you only been to rehab one time. Stand up. Boy, I pray to God that y'all ought to be on the front row for real. Cause I'm trying to tell you, you ain't got never ever in your life. I don't know, 18, 19? Wow. You ain't got to never ever again use dope or whatever you was doing. Never ever. Look, it's a solution to your problem. You know, like when you was a kid and you wanted to do something like a puzzle or a math problem or something, it was usually a solution to that problem, wasn't it? What's your name? Whitney. Where you from? Cynthia. I'm glad you're here. I hope that you stay and I hope you listen so you don't die. Do you remember that playing with something when you was young and doing something that it caused for you to solve the problem for it? Anything, like a puzzle or a math problem in school. And it was a question and it demanded an answer, right? You solved that problem. It was a workable solution to that problem. There's a workable solution to our disease, people. It really is, man. They got this thing in the 12 steps of whatever group you want to go to, as long as it's God-based. When you find a power greater than yourself, because I believe in everything in me that no human power can relieve me of my addiction, they can relieve me of my addiction, man. And I walk around free today. Man, I'm talking about I really walk around free. I ain't robbed nobody. I ain't lied to nobody. I ain't stole from nobody. None of that, dog. I ain't got to worry about my phone ringing, man. I can answer my phone for real, dog. I ain't worried about who it is, dog. Do the bill collector or something, dog. That's usually how it is, dog. One of them fake people. Usually, man, was that man talking about, dog, where my money at, though? Where you at, soul? Where you at? And usually I wanted and waited on somebody to call because I could rob them again. Make up some dummy packs. Sell all that fake stuff. Man, I was so good, though, I could rob the sun. Hey, big guy, what's happening? How you doing?
What's up?
Not you. What's up, man?
Hey, Daniel.
What's up, man?
Neil.
How you doing, Neil? Welcome. My name is Tojo B, and I'm telling you about how I suffer from addiction, and I gotta come up here to Georgetown, Kentucky, because I don't know how to live. And the best I can do is go to sleep in class. Welcome. And I say that, man, not to be funny or hard, man, because I'm trying to tell y'all, we dealing with something that kills us, man. We die. How many people have dealt with somebody? I know somebody that died as a direct result of drugs and alcohol. Come on, man. We died with this disease, man. We died. We don't come back. It was on my phone. I ain't got time to do it. But I came up with the slogan thing, man. And the sad part about it, so many people will read this thing. My dude right here, Patrick, man, I love him to death, man. Glad he's back. He just left me where I live at, man. I'm glad he's back, man. Some of us don't make it back. But there's a thing in the living room on the kitchen where it says, you have been given a permission slip for 24 hours. All of us that's right here in this room has been given a permission slip to enjoy the beginning of the first 24 hours in our day. Then on the permission slip it says discretion or disclaimer. All minutes, seconds, planks are like under a second. They're the smallest thing that you can record. All hours, minutes, seconds, and planks are given at the discretion of your higher power. That's deep, man. I woke up and got a permission slip, Miss Phillips. Somebody gave me the opportunity to live life today. I don't know where you are with your spirituality. I don't need to know. I'm telling you where I'm at with mine. I tell you now that you looking at a dude, man, that came here broken and busted and disgusted, dog. Sick with it. Still thinking I was cool and hip, man. Walking around with probably them 2 pair of jeans trying to hustle and mess with one of these rehab chicks. They know I had this one girl with it. Man, I thought I was all that, man. I'm kicking it with her, man. Like, you know, thinking it's all fun and games, man. Not knowing I'm dying, man. I need every single second of this stuff. Because what happens is when I leave this place, I ain't under the umbrella of recovery no more, man. Like something happens, like when you on a bike or a tricycle, right? And they take the trailer wheels off, dog. You gotta do it by yourself. Until you find the rooms of Alcoholics and Narcotics Anonymous, and then it's a weed program. But what I'm trying to say is, you ain't gonna have your counselors. You ain't gonna have somebody telling you, wake up, it's wake up time. I think about it, sick, man. Grown men and women, we got somebody telling us when to eat again, dog. Tired of that? I got tired of it, bro. I don't live like it no more. You tired of it?
Yeah.
Yeah, me too. That's why I started to do something different in my life. Does anybody got a problem with the higher power? I mean, you know, it's cool if you do. I know a lot of people that do. It's cool, man. I understand. I'm gonna share some real quick things. I can't make you get nothing. I can't see the earth, but they don't stop me from breathing, do it. I don't see God, but it don't stop me from believing, do it. Don't miss that one. Sometimes, man, I need tangible evidence to prove to me that something's working and doing something different in my life. I need tangible evidence. I need something I can touch and something I can feel. But the fact of the matter is, man, I can't feel that air, man. I know y'all probably heard it before, but it's the truth, man, and that's how it makes sense to me. And I come here and I share the best I can to tell y'all the truth about you can do something different with your life, but first you must surrender. They got the steps, man. What they at? Right there, step 1, man. Somebody read it for me. What's your name, young guy?
Dylan.
Dylan. How you doing?
Pretty good.
You addict? Alcoholic?
Right, yeah.
How old are you?
21.
21. You read step 1 too?
Yeah, step 1, we admitted we're powerful of alcohol and that our lives have become unmanageable.
Thank you. Does everybody did a step 1 here? Everybody? Admitted? Everybody admitted that they was. Let me give you a little scenario. Let me give you a little story, a little something to think about. I can't dunk a basketball. You might remember telling I can't dunk a basketball, right? I can't. I'm right at 6 foot, but I can't dunk, man. I ain't never, like, I wasn't gifted with the power in my legs like to dunk. I know some people my size that can dunk, and he was smaller than me, he can dunk, but I ain't never been able to do that. But that will not stop me from trying. So in my neighborhood, you would still catch me on the weekends, on a Sunday day, trying to dunk. I admit that I can't dunk. I tell y'all today, so can you dunk? No. Go to the park, try to dunk. Same thing I do with step 1 in drugs and alcohol, man. When I stopped trying to dunk the basketball, I truly accepted that I cannot dunk. And guess what? I will never, ever try to dunk a basketball ever again in my life. When you truly do step 1 and you do the principle and the action behind step 1, which is accepting, you admit it, but you have to do an action behind admitting. And every time and every single time that I choose to go back there and pick that dope or alcohol up, man, I miss step 1. Because I wear a size 38 in pants or whatever, man. I cannot fit a size 36. They got these cold jeans, man, these designer jeans, man, that the hustler dude done stole, and he's giving them away for $40, man. He's a $5 jeans, but they 36s. I keep trying them on, dog, but I can't fit them. I ain't accepting that I can't wear 36. I want to put them on so bad, OG. I'm retro, dog. They size 10 and a half. I wear a 12, dog. I want them on my feet, and I will walk around and my feet hurting and all that, dog, because I won't accept that I can't feel them. The same thing I do with alcohol and drugs, man. I don't accept it. I'll admit to y'all all day long like y'all just admitted to me. But something happens with the peculiar twist that we all suffer from when you truly an alcoholic or addict. It tells us in the big book, man, it says the persistence of this illusion is astonishing. Anybody familiar with that statement and how it works with alcoholics? The persistence of this illusion is astonishing. He's trying to describe the illusion of that me won't get burned by the storm, man. That I won't break my leg if I jaywalk across the street, man. I keep trying it over and over and over again, dude. And I keep dying and I would chase it to the death of insanity and I'm dead. The stuff I'm talking here is AA literature in the big book. Not nothing I made up, man. This is in the big book. And they wrote this thing back in the 30s, and it's all me. Man, I cannot understand why I can't do what they do, man. I don't know why I can't do it, man. Like, all I want to do, man, is toot a little powder, man. That's all I want to do, dog. Sip a little Parmesan like Brandon. Just sip a little Parmesan, get my little straw, cut it off. Man, I was so good at my ethics and what I did, I was quick at it, man. I close my eyes and do that. Go to Speedway, get a straw, cut it off, get the corner pack or cigarette pack, all that, make my little scoop, all that, go to the liquor store, get the bottle. That's all I want to do. It would be on a Friday, dog. I washed up somewhere on a Wednesday, boy. Broke, busted, disgusted, looking for somebody to rob and steal from. Cause I don't know how to live my life. And then I come up here to recovery work because of course no simply. My family done got tired of me. Cause I'm homeless now, but I was out there, right? But I come up here and I don't want y'all to know, y'all just as sick as me. I'm sitting in the same room with y'all, but I want y'all to think I was something else out there, bro. Man, if y'all like me, y'all dope fans. I went to a meeting last night. I felt this last night. It was weird, man. I felt all the ego and all the, the pride. Man, we get clean for a few days, boy. We think we something else, man. We ain't nothing but junkies. I can't never think I'm better than nobody else, man. I got to remember that because that's the scraps to my life. And when I don't remember the scraps, when I don't remember the stuff that used to happen or stuff that's been happening after I picked up drugs, I will use it again. That's the importance of me when I go to a meeting to say I'm Tojo and I'm an alcoholic. I'm Tojo and I'm an addict. Not to just say it, but to mean it because it reminds me of my illness and my disease when I ain't treating it. In 2019, man, I was diagnosed with prostate cancer. I had stage 3 prostate cancer. I weighed about 193 pounds wet. I was on the dope. I was also a cancer patient and also an addict at the same time. Try it on, boy. I can't take my medication because the doctor gonna see the heroin in my blood work and he ain't gonna give me my 30s or my perk 10s. I can't do it, so I just take the heroin and just numb my pain. And all at the same time, my wife and the rest of my family was going around talking about me, talking about, boy, your daddy sure was off as dope bad, but they didn't know I was dying of cancer. In the end, man, what happened is, man, I was able to get enough clarity to go try his program at the James Brown Cancer Center downtown Louisville, Kentucky. And it was called Cyberknife. It was called Cyberknife Therapy. It's where they went in without cutting me literally and they did this laser thing. Matter of fact, Joe Littlefield never knew that I had cancer when I was in it. They didn't know that I had just had surgery. I never told them. But the laser, they went in there and they did this thing, and you had to do 5 treatments, and I did 4 off the dope now. Every Wednesday, man, pulling myself together, putting my shoes and my socks on, and going downtown Louisville, man, just to get some radiation chemo and the Cyberknife treatment off the dope. And every Wednesday, man, it took me about 3 days to be well again. Because after that treatment, I asked my family and my friends, I was sick. Remember, I still needed the dope. So I take these treatments, man, and before I take the 5th one, they say you gotta get an MRI so we can see the progress of what the treatment's doing to your cancer. It was about this size when I started the treatment. After 4 treatments, because of my inability to not use dope and do what the doctor said, did it not go away, it got bigger. Look, man, you think I was over with it then, it was over then. Man, I went and suffered for a month, sick, because of my family for real. I wanted to die anyway. If it wasn't for my family and my youngest daughter, I wouldn't have went anyway, to be real with you. I did it for them. And now, I done went to the very end, man. Like, I'm sick, man. We're dope. Forget dope sick. I'm talking about cancer sick. And I'm like, man, I'm gonna put all my time and effort into this treatment, and it ain't working. Man, I'm done. I put my hands down, man, and I was done living life. I really gave up on life. Anybody ever gave up on life, like, for real? It was over. Yeah, man. I understand. I did it. Like, I was done. Right. I was done. So what happens is my family started telling me how much they love me, and like they I can't die. Like, you can't leave her, told. You got at that time, well, they only had 1 grandson actually. I had 4 other grandsons like a year and a half. 3 of them was born all together, but I had grandkids, man. Still had my 6 children, man. My wife and my brothers and my sisters. And I finally allowed God to give me a little clarity in my life, man. A little quietness. And I had surgery. After I had surgery, I knew that if I didn't get out the door, it wasn't gonna matter anyway. I was still gonna die. I was up against that one. You know, I beat that one. I still got this one. Because see, cancer they can cut out with a knife. Addiction they can't. So really, in essence, out of the 2 diseases, the addiction was greater than the stage 3 prostate cancer. So I said, God, I made a deal with him. The spirit I did. I said, look, man, if you get me through the surgery, and I promise you, Miss Jolie, I will not use dope, man. I'm done. I had an earnest talk with God, man. I said, man, look, man, I can't do it no more, man. I did step 1 right there. Before I even came to drugs, I did step 1, man. Still picked up dope. But I did a hard step 1 right there. I told God, I said, man, I ain't gonna quit immediately. But if you let me get out of this surgery successfully and don't die, man, I promise you, man, I'll do right. And I'll start going out ministering for you for the rest of my life. That's what I told her. That's why I'm here today. That's why I just paid a taxi $25 to get me her. I paid to get her. So I went through the surgery, I got out of it, right? And then I'm still using for a couple of months, and then I hit that mess of the thing. I begin the story where my life has not been the same since I did that. What happens is a play starts at 7 o'clock, man. It starts at 7 o'clock. And it's behind this curtain. And me and my wife, we go to the place, the KFC Young Center, right? And the play starts at 7. Tickets $250 a piece, $500. And she say, look, it's 5:30. I'm gonna go shopping a little bit before the play start. And I say, well, okay, I'll meet you back here. When she leave, I see a little crack in the door, and I'm like, this $250, $500. I'm going to see what the play look like before I pay this $500. So I slide in. And I look behind the curtain to see the play, to see if it's worth $500. I see it, man. It's garbage. Like, you hear me? I ain't gonna pay. I wouldn't have gave $50 more, man. So I'm like, man, look, boy, thank you, God, man. I go outside, it's about 6 a.m. My wife said, come out. I said, Janelle, guess what? She said, what, girl? We gonna go out. She's like, we're going to the play. I said, no, sir. Man, look, the door was open, and I went on in her door, and I looked behind the curtain, and that ain't worth no $500. Boy, girl, you ought to be happy that I seen that. You know, what are you talking about? I said, I'm telling you, the play ain't worth $500. It's about 6:30. She said, well, I'm going anywhere. I'm going, what you doing? Well, I ain't paying for it. You gonna pay on you ain't gotta give me nothing. I'm gonna go to the play. They told me it's the best play ever. I'm gonna still go. But you can go, I'm not wasting my $5 on no play. I bounced. Later on, we back up at the house about 10:30, right? And she's on the phone with her girlfriend talking about, girl, listen, that's the best play I've ever seen in my whole entire life. I'm talking about like never have I, since a child, seen the particulars of what they did in this play. It was fantastic. From the cast to the play itself. I said, look, man, you done went to the wrong. I'll tell you went to no. Nah, boy, went to the. Nah, I'm saying though, when you went in the other center, like you didn't go to the one that was right there. You went. No, it was only one. No, hold on. I'm trying to tell you this though. I understand, but you didn't go to the one. She said, told her, listen, I went to the one. It was only one tonight. It started at 7 o'clock. It made me think. When I looked behind the curtain, it was only 5:30. The play was started at 7. And when everything was ready and prepared. It was exactly like it was supposed to be. And that's what I do in my life. I be peeping around the curtain, dog, at 5:30, and I don't like the way it looks, because I'm setting up recovery works. Gotta go to these classes over and over and over. I gotta go to these meetings at 6 and 7 o'clock at night. They tell me I gotta make my bed. I gotta wait for the nurse because she's always late. And I'm tired of waiting in line. She's making me late for my 9 o'clock class. Man, my counselor's making me work on the step word. I'm tired of it because it's only 5:30. You wait till 7 o'clock and the curtain opens and you start working on your life one day at a time. When the curtain's open, when God opens up the curtains in your life, it's going to be exactly like it's supposed to be. A lot of people ask me why I'm so intensive and why I'm so passionate about what I'm doing. You don't know where I came from, bro. You went down struggling, man, when I was waiting for my daughter to go to work so I could take her credit card and look at my grandson. And she gave me a PIN number because I asked her for $20 last night. And she gave me a PIN number. And I set her credit card on the table. And I was waiting for her because I was on the run from the police. And she let me stay at her house. And I was waiting for her to go to work. But the whole time I was eyeing that credit card. And I said, please forget that credit card because I'm going to rob her. Y'all wasn't heard, man. Y'all wasn't heard now when I took my daughter, let me use her car, and I looked and I seen her credit card in that little tray right there where the radio is, and I looked on my phone and seen cash out and said I can add this card to my cash out and transfer some money. Y'all wasn't heard. That's why I'm so passionate about my recovery. That's why I pay $25 to come in here and talk to y'all, and maybe one set of ears will listen to what I'm talking about, and they'll live their life free. I ain't the only one that's gonna come here and talk to y'all, man. People spend their time to come and share with y'all. It ain't always about money. They told me the only way I can keep what I got is give it away. That's right. That's what I heard, man. Like, look, every single day of my life, I go out and I try to help somebody. I'm making this documentary called Unseen. It's about homelessness, man. I see these people, man. I was just in Louisville, Kentucky the other day visiting, dog. And I go downtown under the Bad House, under 2nd and Broadway, and I see over 100 homeless people. I put myself in harm's way because I'm cut like that. And I ain't telling everybody else that they can do that type of ministry. But God put me in that position. And I get to go down there and help them people. You know what it do for me? It keeps me clean one day at a time. I ain't got to worry about getting high today doing that, man. Patrick, I'm telling you, bro, I love you, man. I told my young brother, you man. Do you man? I told my brother the other day, man, I seen him, and he, just whatever reason, man, whatever, why he do it, it's cool. But he chose to do something different than what he was doing, and he went back out. And we had a little meeting together because we don't snitch. We have our own business. It ain't called snitching no more. It's accountability because you don't want to see somebody die, man. So we stand in this kitchen and he's telling me and telling us what to do because he knows best. Patrick knows best. Told you knows best. Patrick, maybe you need to go detox, bro. Nah, I don't need to detox. Patrick, bro. What I say, Patrick? Told him. My ego, I got ego too. And today I had to say it. I had to tell him. I said, I told you. I'm working on my ego. It comes and goes. It goes and goes. Yeah, I'm working on it. But I told Patrick, man, I loved him, man, enough to tell him the truth about himself. That once I put the dope in me, man, I can't control what happens. So what happens is I gotta go sit down somewhere, man. And sometimes they gotta physically and chemically and do some chemical stuff to me, man. So I'll be watched by a nurse, medically, detox. And get the poison out of my body so I can start then getting some spiritual help, man. Because when I first got there, it wasn't about the spirituality, man. It was about just getting free of the dope. Like I was sick. I gotta share this one. I had this look. They still do the Friday thing.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you. It was a Friday or something. This was like a Monday, Tuesday. Well, somebody slipped and left a little bucket down with the coins, right? So me and this little thing was down here, and I go over and I said, oh, boy, they gonna slip. And I picked the little thing up. The $5, big boy. Like them little small things, man, right? So I get it, got it. It's like a Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday come, they gonna call me now. I'm just gonna go up there until I'm gonna do $5 straight. Something happened that week, man. I cut her, I'm a barber. I do a lot of things, for real. I'm a master barber, man. I'm cutting her around her. And somebody says, man, this dude keeps looking for you. And everywhere I go, they just keep saying he's adamantly looking for me. Like I owe him some money or something. Like for real, everybody see me, they say, dog, do you see dude, he looking for you? You see dude, he looking like he's really looking for me. Like, all right, I understand. So he catch me outside the little cafeteria upstairs and he said, hey man, you can cut my hair? I said, yeah, I got you, bro. He said, come here, let me talk to you. Now look, something ain't right. Something ain't right here. I've been for like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks. Mind you, in that 2 weeks, the first week I was letting my body heal up. And then from experience in my last week, my last clean time, I had experience, thank God, that I was praying to get a connection with my higher power again. So he tell me, come here, man, I knew that I was dribble right out in the streets. This ain't cool. Let me talk right here, bro. I don't do cut your hair. What you come over here for? Yeah, come here. So I was like, what's up? He's like, hey man, I give you this for some dope. I give you this to come on. I said, oh no, man. I just want to try to pass it, man. Instantly, I said, intuitively. Without thought, just instantly I said it. 3 days later, about 2.5 days later probably, it hit me, man. And I was somewhere and it hit me and I told this girl, I said, dawg, I didn't even realize I did it. I did not know that I had denied that because I was working on my spirituality and God, on my understanding, carried me through a situation that I intuitively said that I just charged a pack of cigarettes. Even though I wasn't going to try to get high right then, Patrick, I'm saying I'm a hustler. I'll take the dog, I'll give it to somebody else. The spirit tried to call me too when I was in class. I said, I got something to say. She said, yeah. I said, look, I stole this chip. I hope y'all know why I did that. Even though it was just a little $5 chip, I was not ready to sacrifice and risk the sunlight of God for a $5 chip. What he did for me and I couldn't do for myself right there, that was an instance of that. I could not have denied that dope. I couldn't have done it. Power greater myself. I ain't talking about no psychic stuff here. I ain't talking about no magic here. I'm just telling y'all the truth of what happened. That's the truth of what happened. I do not recognize and remember that I had denied that. And when I did, I said, yeah, I got you, man. I ain't gonna do it. And I turned it in to Miss Phillips. And now she's slick, though. She waves the classes over. Hey, come here, buddy. She puts a little arm around me. Right out here. She said, now, who gave you a dog? He wants me to tell on it. Luckily, because she challenged my spirituality, right? Luckily, he had left. He had left a day or two. We'll leave it to that. We'll never know, I guess. We'll never know. We'll never know. But the reason behind that story is, man, when something happens, man, when you get down with a power greater than yourself, man, he will do things in your life that you can't do for yourself. I suggest, man, as a man in recovery himself, that y'all get out of here, man, that y'all find a meeting to go to. That once you get to the meeting, you listen to the people, listen for real. Go there and shut your mouth for a second. I ain't telling you not to shut your experience to the whole. I'm just saying just for a second. And listen to somebody and try to relate to them. And walk up to that person and ask them to sponsor you in the 12 steps of one of the programs. And then, the reason why I'm telling you to listen is because you want to be like somebody. That's how I picked my sponsor. I liked what he was doing. And he told me he was working in the 12 steps. He said what he was doing, how he was doing it. And I wanted what he had. And so I do what he do. I'm a follower. I finally became water. I'm usually a ditch. But in recovery, I'm water. And what I mean by that, water follows ditches. Ditches don't follow water. So in recovery, I'm definitely water, man. And everything else in life, I'm a ditch. All the dreams and the aspirations that y'all got, y'all can do them. How many people work at McDonald's or fast food joint? I used to. Yeah, I did, man. But I didn't want to work there forever. You know? I don't do it forever. Like I had dreams and aspirations, and I'm sure that y'all do too. And you can reach them, but first you have to treat your disease of your addiction. All bets off if I don't work the program or whatever program I choose, man. I can't do nothing else in life. I'll start out, I'll get so far, and then I'll just go right back to the old ways that I've been living. I do it over and over and over again. They call it insanity, man. But when I say the words, I don't want them to sound stereotypical. I want you to understand they call it insanity. Over and over and over again. I continue to do the same thing over and over and over again, expecting different results. I can do it different this time. This time I'm going to be straight. I'm not going to steal the Christmas presents. I'm not going to steal the birthday presents. I'm not going to steal the car. I'm not going to steal the credit card. I'm not going to steal it from the dope man. Man, all that, man. I done did it all. And I know some of y'all done did it. I'm gonna do a small experiment, man. And I'm gonna close. What's your name, Slick?
You right.
Who?
You right.
You're right. Can you stand up for me just for a second? I ain't picking on you, man. I'm gonna do an experiment. Hey, you put your right hand up. Hey, you put it down. Then you just sit back in. What's up, buddy? What's your name?
Shane.
Shane, you stand up. Thank y'all for listening to me, man. I ain't trying to control y'all. I'm just doing an experiment. Put your right hand up, your right hand down. Take your left hand out of your pocket. Let's sit down. Did they know they was gonna do that? They didn't know, did they? Who knew? I knew. Sometimes, man, when I'm going through my life, man, listen, and it ain't like what it gonna be, man. Like they keep telling me it gets greater and better later. I got to really believe that, man, because they telling me from their experience. I gotta believe what people tell me. I will hear them when y'all get out of here and go to the 12-step meetings. You're gonna hear people sharing their experience, their hope. They're gonna tell you about these things that happen in their life because of a power greater than themselves. And just like he didn't know, and y'all didn't know that I was gonna make him stand up, and that I was gonna make him raise his right hand, and I was gonna make him put down his right hand, and I was gonna make him sit down, and I was gonna call on Shane and make him stand up, and make him put up his right hand, and then make him put down his right hand, and then take out his left hand, and then tell Shane to sit down. The same way they didn't know, and the same way y'all didn't know, it's the same way we don't know. When God's gonna move and work in our life one day at a time, we got to have faith and believe that we might not know it, we might not can see it, but He knows. He already knows. Like I already knew I was gonna pick them. He knows, man. And all we gotta do is play position. In baseball, when they hit the ball on shortstop, if I ain't on shortstop, I cannot pick the ground ball up and make a play, dog. Only way that I can do that is be in position and be on shortstop. So when the ball is hit to me, man, I'm able and capable to pick the ball up and throw it to first base and change the perspective and everything in life. I look at life like a puzzle, and we all each have our parts in life, man. We're all pieces of puzzle. You gotta find your place in life. And sometimes, the puzzle pieces, they seem like they fit, but we try to make them fit, and they really just don't fit. We don't find it out to the end of the puzzle. Then we be like, that's why, because this one's close to that one, but it ain't the right one. And then you find the one that fits. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all with your life. But in order for you to find your gift in life, you must first work on your recovery. And then you will find who you are in life. You will find the purpose and the gift while you was put on this earth, man. I know each and every one of y'all has something that y'all can do with ease. Something that you do greatly and better than anybody else. You are unique in your own ways. Nobody has your hands. Nobody has your face. Nobody has your arms. They are unique. you are unique. Nobody walks like you, bro. You can't put a price on that. Can't nobody do it like I do it. Boy, I'm trying to tell y'all, I'm so excited. I thank y'all for allowing me to come and serve, man. This is the foundation to the rest of my life, if y'all know it's or not. Y'all can actually say, I say this not to be arrogant, I say it because I know what I'm going to do. If y'all go to Walmart, right? Y'all get in the car, and you go to Walmart, don't you? 99.99% probability you're going to get there unless something catastrophic happens, right? So I'm going to be a #1 motivational speaker. I'm headed in that direction. And y'all don't know, y'all are building the foundation of my career. One day y'all can be like, well, I heard Tojo B. He was over at Recovery Works, man, when I was starting my recovery, man. I remember hearing that dude say, man, but you gonna be somewhere in your dream too. And somebody gonna remember you too. They gonna be like, I remember dude, he was in Recovery Works with me. I remember, man, he used to listen when I was falling asleep. He used to do the things that the counselor said, and I didn't want to do them. Like them little small things, man, will eat you up, I promise you. I promise you, they might not seem like nothing big. I swear I'm gonna shut up after this. Y'all ever watch the Shawshank Redemption? Shawshank Redemption. You know the hatchet? Remember Andy? He asked Red for it, and Red got it. He laughed. He said, "Ha!" No wonder he said, "You know, it'll take a man 1,000,000 years to break out of her with this little bitty hatchet." Remember that? He broke out of there. But this same little hatchet, Miss Margaret lived next door to you, and she got this big old oak tree, right? And you see this old lady, 85 years old, going out there hitting this tree every single day. With the swipe, kid swipes, immature baby infant swipes, and then she hit the door, she goes every single day. And by the time she's 95 and you got 10 more years on your life, guess what? You go out there one day and the tree and somebody holler, timber! One day at a time, y'all, that's all we got. And if you don't do it, if you don't start a race, I promise you, you will not finish. They asked me, when you think you're going to make it, Tom? I don't know that, but I do know one thing. If I quit, I'll never make it. Thank y'all for letting me share.